74 yards. The throw on time, the touchdown!
In 2023, the Houston Texans were supposed to be rebuilding. A rookie head coach, a rookie quarterback, and a franchise still haunted by Deshaun Watson's shadow. Then came CJ Stroud, a quiet, composed 21-year-old who turned the league upside down.
Second pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select CJ Stroud.
He threw for 4,108 yards, 23 touchdowns, and just 5 interceptions, the best TD to INT ratio by a rookie in NFL history. He dismantled elite defenses like Cincinnati and Tampa Bay with the calm of a 10-year veteran. And when the playoffs arrived, he led the Texans to their first postseason win since 2019, throwing 3 touchdowns in the first half against the Browns, a record-breaking rookie performance that made analysts stop and ask, was this just a hot streak or the birth of the NFL's next superstar? Because in less than 1 season, CJ Stroud didn't just revive a franchise. He redefined what a rookie quarterback could be. This is the story of CJ Stroud and how everything changed.
Coleridge Bernard C.J. Stroud IV was born in Rancho Cucamonga, California, a city known more for its quiet suburbs than NFL superstars. He grew up the youngest of 4, raised primarily by his mother, Kimberly, after his father was incarcerated when CJ was in middle school. Money was tight.
I actually have that with my dad. I got to talk to my dad a little bit this week, man. And I'm praying to God that something can happen, that he can get out.
But Stroud had 2 constants: faith and football. At Rancho Cucamonga High, he wasn't even the top quarterback prospect in California. In fact, in 2018, he was ranked just number 838 nationally and number 26 among pro-style QBs. But something shifted his senior year. Stroud threw for 3,878 yards and 47 touchdowns, earning MVP honors at the Elite 11 Finals, where he outperformed Bryce Young, the eventual number 1 overall pick in the NFL Draft. That performance changed everything. Ohio State came calling late, offering him a scholarship after his Elite 11 explosion. Stroud committed, and suddenly the kid from Rancho Cucamonga had gone from hidden gem to the next Buckeye gunslinger. When he took over as starter in 2021, he faced enormous pressure, replacing Justin Fields, a Heisman finalist. But CJ responded like a surgeon, throwing for 4,435 yards, 44 touchdowns, and completing 71.9% of his passes as a redshirt freshman. Those numbers ranked top 5 nationally in every major passing category. He followed that up in 2022 with another 3,688 yards and 41 TDs, leading the Buckeyes to the college football playoff semifinal against Georgia. That night, he threw for 348 yards and 4 touchdowns, nearly outdueling Stetson Bennett in a thriller that ended on a missed field goal. It wasn't just talent, it was control, poise, and decision-making, the kind that screamed NFL ready. By the 2023 draft, CJ Stroud wasn't the underdog anymore. He was the answer to every team's biggest question: who's the next franchise QB?
The 2023 NFL Draft was chaos before it even began. Rumors swirled that CJ Stroud's draft stock was dropping after an alleged low score on the S2 cognition test, a tool used to measure how quickly players process information. Critics said he wasn't intuitive enough.
The Stroud one was being used against him, and I know that is not what you guys wanted at all. Where do the leaks come from, you think? Are the leaks accurate, and what should we take from that particular leak?
But the Texans weren't listening. With the number 2 overall pick, Houston selected Stroud.
The Houston Texans select CJ Stroud, quarterback, Ohio State.
Then made an aggressive move to trade up for defensive star Will Anderson Jr. at number 3. It was a clear statement. This was the foundation of their future. From his first preseason snap, Stroud showed why the numbers never told the full story. Calm feet, silent confidence, laser accuracy. In Week 2 against Indianapolis, he threw for 384 yards and 2 touchdowns, the third highest passing total by a rookie in franchise history. By midseason, he was setting NFL records weekly. In Week 9, he delivered one of the greatest rookie performances ever recorded. 470 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions against the Buccaneers. It was the most passing yards by a rookie in NFL history, breaking Andrew Luck's previous record of 433. That game wasn't a fluke. He followed it up with comeback wins over the Bengals and Jaguars, both playoff teams, while maintaining a passer rating north of 100.0. By December, Stroud had already thrown for over 3,800 yards, and his TD-INT ratio, 23-5, led the entire league. No rookie had ever been that efficient. Not Justin Herbert, not Dak Prescott, not even Russell Wilson. NFL analysts started using new language to describe him: surgical, algorithmic, unshakable. And his coach, DeMeco Ryans, said it best: he's built different. He doesn't just see the field, he feels it. Stroud finished his rookie year as the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, the first Texans quarterback ever to win the award.
2023 AP Rookie of the Year is Family Ties, CJ Stroud.
He led Houston to an AFC South title, their first since 2019, and reminded fans what a real franchise quarterback looks like. He wasn't just the best rookie, he was playing like a top 10 quarterback in the entire league.
By 2024, the question wasn't if CJ Stroud was good, it was how good could he get. Houston's rebuild was no longer theoretical, it was real, measurable, and undeniable. Under rookie head coach DeMeco Ryans, the Texans evolved from a 3-13-1 team in 2022 into one of the league's most balanced squads. And at the center of it stood a 22-year-old quarterback who played with the poise of a decade-long veteran. Through his first 13 regular season starts in 2023, Stroud threw for 4,108 yards, 23 touchdowns, and just 5 interceptions, setting the NFL rookie record for lowest interception percentage, 1.0%. He became the first rookie quarterback in NFL history to lead the league in touchdown-to-interception ratio, and his 100.8 passer rating ranked 7th overall among all quarterbacks that year.
I'm going to be biased and go with CJ right now.
CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud.
It's either between Lamar Jackson or CJ Stroud.
But by the 2024 offseason, Houston wasn't rebuilding, they were reloading. They doubled down on continuity, keeping offensive coordinator Bobby Slowick and reinforcing the offensive line to protect their franchise cornerstone. No single game defined that rise more than Week 9 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Stroud threw for 470 yards and 5 touchdowns, breaking Andrew Luck's record for most passing yards by a rookie in a single game. It wasn't just numbers, it was control. He completed the game-winning drive in 40 seconds, capping it with a 15-yard touchdown to Tank Dell. He's playing quarterback at a level we only see from the best, not from rookies, said analyst Dan Orlovsky after that performance. At that point, Stroud wasn't chasing numbers, he was defining efficiency itself. In the postseason, Stroud validated every headline. Against Cleveland in the wildcard round, he completed 16 of 21 passes for 274 yards and 3 touchdowns, all in the first half, leading Houston to its first playoff win since 2019. That 157.2 passer rating remains the highest by a rookie in playoff history. By the start of the 2025 season, Stroud's efficiency had him compared statistically to Patrick Mahomes and Dan Marino through their first 20 starts. The Texans' offense, which ranked 31st in 2022, had climbed 12th in scoring and 6th in passing yards within 2 years. His chemistry with Tank Dell, Nico Collins, and Dalton Schultz formed one of the youngest, most efficient passing trios in the league. As one ESPN headline summarized after Houston's playoff run, "He didn't just save a franchise, he gave them an identity." At that point, CJ Stroud wasn't just good, he was the foundation of everything the Texans were becoming.
By October 2025, the magic of CJ Stroud's rookie rise had turned into something heavier: expectation. The league no longer looked at him as the kid who revived Houston. He was now the standard by which the Texans were judged. But reality in football has a short memory. Through 6 weeks, Houston sat 2-4, their offense struggling to find rhythm under new offensive coordinator Nick Caley. The same unit that once looked effortless was now learning a new language, a different cadence, new verbiage, new timing. Continuity, the fuel that powered 2023, had been replaced by adaptation. The loss of Tank Dell cut deeper than the box score showed. Dell, who'd led all rookies in yards per route run in 2023 before his knee injury, opened 2025 unreserved/pup, still recovering from ligament surgery. Without his spacing and quick twitch releases, Houston's offense lost its geometry. Nico Collins was asked to stretch defenses vertically, while role players filled Dell's routes in the slot, but no one replicated his rhythm with Stroud. The numbers told the story. Through 6 games, Stroud had thrown for 1,305 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions, completing just under 65% of his passes. His QBR hovered near 55, middle of the league, a mirror opposite of his historic rookie efficiency. But the context mattered. He'd been pressured on 34% of dropbacks, a top 5 rate in the NFL, and sacked multiple times in every game. And yet, flashes of the old precision still cut through. In Week 5 at Baltimore, he completed 23 of 27 passes for 244 yards and 4 touchdowns, Houston's first ever win in that stadium. It was a reminder that the blueprint still worked, it just needed oxygen. Stroud's touch, his timing, his command, all intact. The difference was repetition, not regression. Dan Orlovsky summarized it on NFL Live. He's still elite at process and poise. The league adjusted, now it's his turn. For the first time since his debut, CJ Stroud wasn't climbing. He was recalibrating, and that's where greatness usually begins. Every great offense breaks twice. First, when the playbook runs out of surprise, then when the league writes its counter. In 2025, Houston hit both at once. Timing routes turned into progressions, simple reads became layered, and for a quarterback built on precision, the learning curve wasn't mechanical, it was musical. Without his short area explosion, Houston condensed its formations, stacking receivers tight to the line to free releases against press coverage. That worked in spurts, especially against zone-heavy defenses, but against man coverage, separation came late and hits came early. By midseason, Stroud's average time to throw had increased by nearly half a second, and so did the number of times he picked himself off the turf. Still, within the mess, there was method. The offense began to find small wins, delayed screens to Nico Collins, boot action crossers, motion into leverage. The creativity was there, the chemistry was catching up. And through it all, Stroud's discipline never wavered. He still led the AFC in lowest turnover-worthy play rate, still refused to panic under pressure. Legacy isn't built by what stays the same. It's built by what survives the change. CJ Stroud's 2025 isn't the sequel to his rise. It's the proof that his foundation holds when everything around him shifts. By October 2025, the box score didn't flatter him, and maybe that's the point. Because this version of CJ Stroud isn't chasing perfection anymore. He's building permanence. 2 years ago, he shocked the league with efficiency that looked effortless.
Now he's learning how to sustain it when the timing slips, when the cast changes, when the pocket caves. That's the second stage of greatness, when control replaces surprise. As of Week 7, Houston sits 2-4, tied for third in the AFC South. The margins are smaller, the noise louder, but the essence remains unchanged. Calm feet, sharp reads, no panic. He still ranks among the AFC's most secure passers, 1.6% turnover-worthy plays, lowest in the conference. CJ Stroud changed everything once. Now he's proving he can hold it.